What up, world? It's S.D.E. Sports, Drugs, and Entertainment. Mark Walter Ward, Garrett Thomas. Today we're gonna do G from the Shop. We're gonna do a special throwback episode, commemorating Elgin Baylor and talk about some old school basketball stuff. How you doing today, brother?
Fresh out work. Man, what's up, baby?
Man, I'm chilling. You know, before we say anything, we gotta let everybody know because I ain't hearing it on all the obituaries and all the tributes. Elgin Baylor was from DC.
Yeah, rest in peace, Elgin Baylor, man. Spingarn finest, man. Spingarn High School. You know what I'm saying? Spingarn got he before KD in my book. Before KD, he was the best player from here. You know what I'm saying? I got it ranked KD #1, Elgin Baylor #2. You know, and rest in peace, Lenny Bias #3. You know what I'm saying?
Really? Not Dave Bing?
Nah, Dave Bing, never Spingarn finest, man. He went to Spingarn too. You know what I'm saying?
Hall of Famer.
Spingarn got him, huh?
Hall of Famer.
Nah, Hall of Famer. He was the
Mayor
mayor
of Detroit.
of Detroit.
Yeah.
You know, played with the Pistons. You know, top dog. Dave Bing top dog. You know what I'm saying? But shoot, you know, I ain't get to see him play personally, but I know he Hall of Fame, all that. You know what I'm saying? But Spingarn done pumped him out. You know. Michael Graham that played with Georgetown.
Sherman Douglas, right?
Sherman Douglas, man, Syracuse, NBA, long time. I used to mess with Sherman Douglas' niece, man, back in the day.
Yeah, that's wild.
Yeah, but I ain't never meet him, though. But Sherman was the truth, too.
He would have hit you with the spin move if you met him.
Man, he'd do it all.
Yeah, but he had an ill spin move.
A bucket. He was a bucket. He was a straight bucket, man. Syracuse. Man, but Spingarn pumped him out. When I was coming up, it was a dude that was a little older than me named Fred Primus. He went to Pittsburgh, you know, and then he ended up, I think he ended up at East Carolina or something. But Fred Primus could straight boogie too coming out of Spingarn, man. He could boogie, man.
When Elgin Baylor was
Elgin Baylor, man. He lived a great life, man. Great life. Took him a while, you know what I'm saying, to get a ring, you know, but God bless the dead, man. Great. It's in the water.
It's definitely in the water. You know, when he used to, there was like segregated playgrounds when he was growing up, and they used to have to sneak in basketball courts at night. Like the things that he went through to be a basketball player, like today's players, today's fans couldn't even comprehend that shit. You know what I'm saying? They say, I mean, I've watched a lot of his highlights. It's not like I know his peers, but they say he was the first over the rim player. They say he begat Dr. J, which begat Michael Jordan, all that type stuff. The lineage is impeccable. And like I said, the highlights is vicious. You can definitely see it.
He was also, man, it was like he was serving for the reserves, man, like the military reserves, man. So he couldn't even go to practice and stuff. He showed up. Man, yeah. Still averaged 38 and 16, man.
I know, that's crazy, right?
Nah, he man, walking bucket, man, smooth. You know what I'm saying? Like the game that evolved a long way, but he was getting it done, making it look flat and straight boogie, man. Hall of Famer, man, all-time top 50, you know what I'm saying? Top 50, man, but from here, man.
Hey, I don't know if you knew this. They had a 35 team on the 35th anniversary. So, you know, that was a little harder to make because they only picked 35 players. He was on that as well, which shows how well regarded he was.
Elgin Baylor, all love it, man. Rest in peace, Elgin Baylor. Rest in peace, Lenny Bias. And rest in peace, great coach Big John Thompson, man. All stable, man. Coach Big John. Played with Bill Russell for the Celtics, one ring. Yep. Went to Providence, you know what I'm saying? Man, Caroline's finest. Shout out to my man, Big Leon. You know what I'm saying? And happy belated birthday to Lawrence Moulton. You know, seen that on Big Lee page, man. Rest in peace, Charlie Moe. You know what I'm saying? There's so many basketball players from this area, man. But Elgin, in my book, and much respect to Elgin Baylor, Dave Bing, and Lenny Bias, but my book, KD came along and KD surpassed me, you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
KD is so skilled.
Yeah, nah, there ain't no question about that.
7 footer.
speaking of almost 7-footers, looking back at these old stats, man, bruh, I think George Mikan, you could say George Mikan is the most dominant player ever. George Mikan from the Minneapolis LA Lakers.
Man, George Mikan is the most dominant ever.
seven championships.
Hey, look. Go ahead, ring it off. Come on. 7
championships, 6 scoring titles, 2 rebounding championships, named the greatest player of the first half century in the 50 greatest players, 3-time All-American in college, national title.
All right, that's good. That's good. That's a hell of a resume.
You would say Shaq is the most dominant, right?
That's a stronger resume. With that resume. You can't even compete with that resume unless you had to see this shit that's going on now and when we was kids, man. Because much respect to George Mikan and all them.
Hold on, 2 more things though, G. He invented the granny shot, and everybody know the Mikan drill.
The Mikan drill, I still show that to this day, but the granny shot, like, is you trying to make your point or is you trying to defeat your purpose? Because the granny shot, look.
Best free throw percentage in NBA history is the granny shot. Rick Barry.
Man, don't hang your hat on that shit. But I would love to know the strand that you smoking so I can stay away from it, because there's no fucking way, shape, form, or fashion. And much respect to George Mikan, but most dominant ever, he's probably playing against, man, 6'5" centers, you know what I'm saying?
When he was a rookie, the average height of the starting center in the NBA was 6'2". I looked all this shit up.
There you go. Fucking 6'2", and he was what, 6'11", 7 foot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And then also segregation, he played in the all-white leagues too.
There you go. Look, nothing to take away from what he done. You know what I'm saying? I don't know him as a man, but I've never heard nothing bad about George Mikan, and much respect to every player that's paved the way. But most dominant ever, it's the Mount Rushmore. You got to put a Mount Rushmore, because I got Michael Jordan. It can't be contended. You know what I'm saying? He's 6-0 in the finals, man. He's Mike. You know what I'm saying? Shaq is the greatest, biggest, most dominant.
Man, you better not have Kareem on this Mount Rushmore and have Shaq, but go ahead, bro.
No, because I seen Kareem and the highlights before I was born, all that. That's good and fine. But when I seen Shaq, and
Kareem's not on your Mount Rushmore?
Shaq would have bodied Kareem, man. Shaq would have hurt Kareem, man. But
Shaq couldn't have checked Kareem either, though. I don't think they could have checked each other. I mean, you right. The physicality might have overpowered Kareem by the end of the game.
That's what I'm talking about. Shaq is the most dominant. Like, man, can't nobody, man, that 7'2", 300, move, footwork, man, feet work, man, punishing, breaking, making
footwork. Who got better footwork than Kareem?
Hakeem.
Nah, well.
Hakeem,
yeah,
Hakeem,
in a way.
Kobe. Hakeem and Kobe.
Hakeem don't got no skyhook though.
And that Kobe do. Kobe got everything.
I mean, we talking about big man, bro. Hey,
No. I'm talking about most dominant, and I'm talking about Michael Jordan. Shaq is the most dominant big man I've ever seen, and Allen Iverson, because couldn't nobody contain him, man. Motherfuckers was
nobody
scared
could stay
to
in
death.
front of him. No one could stay in front of him.
Motherfuckers was scared to death, man, to get put it in that mix. So Mike, Shaq, AI, and motherfucking Kobe, man, rounds out my most dominant.
Let me ask you real quick though, before we get to that other thing. Just that one year, that the Heat won the finals with Shaq and D Wade. How dominant would you rate that version of D Wade? Just that year's D Wade.
Oh, he was on the Michael Jordan shit. That's when I knew. Dwayne Wade is, man, what, top three, maybe four, top 3, maybe 4 shooting guard of all time.
I'd agree. Like we ain't seen some of them cats like Connie Hawkins and shit, so maybe not. But from what I've seen, definitely.
Oh, you talking about the Hawk, man? Connie Hawkins was the truth. That's why we can do it by decade, John, if you want, because I got that ready, all locked and loaded, ready. Because Connie Hawkins, he ain't make my 70s jump, but he definitely could have.
What's your 70s jump? I got that shit ready too. I don't got no coaches or nothing. You ain't do no shit like that, did you?
No,
And I just did first team. I just did first team. I ain't do no second team.
Yeah, I did a man. Let me pick my 5 at the playground. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, 70s, man, give me the logo. Give me the logo. I got Kareem on this one. Kareem was my first pick on this one. So Kareem, the logo, Ice with the finger roll, George Gervin, Dr. J, because he was Michael Jordan before Michael Jordan, and Earl the Pearl Monroe, Black Jesus, man, because he's the reason my father wanted to play basketball, man.
I mean, that's a strong list. I disagree slightly. I got Dr. J, Kareem. I know this is gonna fuck your head up, but if you don't know about it, get familiar. Dave Cowens.
I don't know about Dave Cowens.
Yeah, but I know you know about him, but I don't know if you know how good he was for like a 3 or 4 year run. Like he was the best player in the league, and that's kind of been forgotten to history. But Jerry West, if I said that, Walt Frazier, and I was kind of torn. I just want to mention John Havlicek. I wanted to include him. I ain't put him in the 5, but you know he won 8 titles in the 70s. So you know, man, you gotta get
Hondo, and I can't even be mad about you always wanting to put some white boys in, because I always got the affection for the white boys too, because my mother, you know, she white. That's why I always love Larry Bird. Larry Bird, the coldest white boy ever to play this game, man. But you put, man, Hondo definitely. I would have put Hondo.
Well, he was my honorable mention. He didn't make my 5.
I would have put Hondo in before Dave Cowens, if you ask me. But you know, you had Kareem.
Dave Cowens is my power.
But look, you had Kareem. See, I wasn't even going. I was going positionless when we playing on the playground. Who I'm picking, just like you had the little favorite of all time show. That's who I'm picking. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. I always equivocate to that shit to when we outside, man. I got first pick. All right, I pick him. You know what I'm saying? I pick him. All right, we're gonna bust y'all ass. So, man, to me,
Dave Cowens is like too much taller Rodman with a handle, could pass it and could shoot.
But look, you just said logo, Dr. J and Kareem. So we got 3 the same. So that cancels each other out. So you got Dave Cowens and who else?
Walt Frazier. And it was real hard. It was real hard for me between Earl and Walt.
Man, Black Jesus gonna cook Clyde, and much respect to Clyde, because they had them all time.
Clyde had that. Clyde was like the first Gary Payton. That was what gave me. You right. Earl is definitely better on offense, but you know, with all these other scores, I'm looking for that lockdown point guard. And
I'm gonna bring Pee Wee Kirkland off the bench to bust Clyde ass.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna pay him enough money.
Yeah, because he got that work. That man, shout out to the triple OG, man.
My man said, "Fuck the league." All right,
man, they'll make more than that outside, man.
Yeah, that's some ill ass shit. Pulling up in the, I think it was a Rolls Royce.
In the Rolls or the Bentley, man. I'm back at the Rocco, man, frying shit, man. He had like in the prison jump, motherfucking, he was, man, dropping 120s and shit like that. He would have like 90, and then motherfucker say you gotta go for 100, get 100, and motherfucking next joint he'd get like 139 or some shit.
Another jump, I heard that story too. Another jump, they used to make him switch teams at halftime. So sometimes because they had like a chaplain that was on some fairness shit. He'd be like, "It ain't right that they beating y'all by 60 and making go play on the other team." So then he tried to come back and win and shit.
But I think that it'd be a good game. But I think we got you, Slim. I think we got you with Earl the Pearl and motherfucking Ice gonna fry Dave Cowens.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, to your point too. Clyde said the hardest person for him to check in his whole career was Earl. He was happy as shit when they were on the same team because they ain't have to guard him no more.
Another dude that was before his time, you know what I'm saying, doing all that crazy shit. Man, their team was loaded, man. They had like six Hall of Famers on that joint, and dudes coming off the bench that's like legends, man. Dean the Dream Nemager. You know what I'm saying? What's my other man name? They got traded. Bill Bradley tried to be a president. You know what I'm saying? They had the Busher. You You know what I'm saying?
Cassie Russell from Michigan.
That's what I was trying to think of. That's my man, Cassie Russell, man. But Dean the Dream Manager, man, New York Hooper, straight kaboogie, man. You know what I'm saying? We used to play with back in the day with Earl Manigault and them on the playgrounds.
Damn, wish I could have seen that.
I wish I could have. I just know that from the Earl Manigault movie. You know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers was like, man, you see that? Dean the Dream Manager, man, he got a scholarship to go to Marquette. Man, I used to bust his ass.
You talking about the Don Cheadle movie?
Yeah, that joint
was like that, bro. That was the first time I ever saw Don Cheadle.
Rebound.
Yeah.
Oh no, the first time I seen Don Cheadle, man, that's Colors, man. He played Rocket, man.
Yeah, I ended up seeing bro. I lived in Bowie when Colors came out.
Man, Colors, man. What, man? Colors.
Oh no, I've seen it since then many times.
I remember my father bringing Colors home, man, on from Earl's. Before Blockbuster, man.
My family wasn't bringing Colors home.
Nah, my father brought all the, man. He took me back in the, he took us to see all the New Jack City, Bud Rum, Minister Society, Boys in the Hood.
Oh yeah, I saw those on my own. The Colors was just right before I was old enough to go to Rivertown. You feel me?
That's one of my favorite movies of all time. but we getting off track. What you got for the '80s, bro?
Dr. J, Kareem, Bird, Magic, Jordan.
For the '80s, you still got Doc in that shit. Man, Magic.
What other forward? I mean, you said positionless, but what other forward? I mean, okay, so then I dropped Doc and I picked Moses.
I give you Moses, but you got Magic and Bird who reinvigorated and took this shit to a whole nother level, like motherfucker.
They gave them the lever for David Stern to pull it and make it international on Jordan back.
So Magic, Bird, I got Dominique the Human Highlight Film. They're gonna bang on everybody. Isaiah Thomas,
underrated rebounder.
Isaiah Thomas at the point, because I can't stand him, but you gotta give him his motherfucking respect.
That was my next choice. Yep.
Zeke the truth. So
yeah, underrated.
Two rings. No, he ain't underrated.
He is underrated, bro.
He first ballot Hall of Fame.
I know, but he top 25.
No, he's not. He ain't helped his case throughout.
You're right. You're right.
Person,
but remember, he retired at 32 though.
Look,
imagine if he played till 40 like Chris Paul.
Because there was a lot of years, man. He got a lot of miles, man. There was a lot of championships in Indiana. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
The year he lost to the Lakers.
No, but he fucked his ankle up and was balling. Motherfucking 2 ring. He ain't underrated. Hell no.
I think he's top 25 and people don't give him his due. Because I mean,
I can't stand him.
Since the merger, he the only less than 6'2" best player on the championship team, and I don't think. I mean, all that shit's subjective.
I don't care. I can't stand that motherfucker.
I don't like him either. He fake as shit. He faker in a $2 bill.
The $2 bill is real. You mean a $3 bill? So I respect this game and I respect this motherfucking grind because he came out of Chicago and odds were stacked against him. His brothers, my siblings on.
You remember that movie?
Look, listen. His siblings was on shit heavy in the streets
and shit like that. Yeah.
You know, some of them died. You know what I'm saying? God bless. He made it out as a success story and made it to, like you said, top 25, top 30 talent of all time. So I can't stand him, but he's in my top 5 for the 80s. So I got Magic, Bird, Neek, Zeke, and you already know the 5th. So that's the 80s for me. Do I even got to say him?
I mean, I guess
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, Michael Jordan. I already knew it. Just in case, you know, it's people listening that don't know about basketball, but just enjoy our personalities. Man, 80s. Real quick though, let's touch on 80s, Mike. You know how they always talk about LeBron with the chase down block? 80s Mike was rocking out some chase down blocks. The dunk game was ridiculous, just utterly ridiculous. Like when they do the look back, they always show the dunk contest, and those ain't whack or nothing. But his in game dunks was something. You know, I know you seen like the come fly with me and all them shits.
Everything, man. Look,
man, what was the first one called? The
Superstars video is all time great.
You talking the jump with like Charles Barkley and the I Am a Warrior song and shit?
That's the greatest.
Hey, everybody listening, that's on YouTube. It's on YouTube.
It's the greatest mix.
Yes.
We used to watch that going to games as 10-year-olds down Cocoa Beach on the charter bus to get hyped.
Hell yeah.
Motherfucking Barkley, Dr. J, Hakeem, Zeke, Magic, Bird Jones was one of my favorites. That motherfucking John Mellencamp Jones.
Yeah.
Born in a small town.
Yeah.
Motherfucking Mike had the motherfucking the motherfucking Top Gun song. That's how high he was.
Yeah.
And then, so one of my favorite dunks he ever did, that was in the 80s, when he faked the jump, palmed the joint, pulled it back, went to the middle on the Hawks, made motherfucking Cliff Levingston, who later became his teammate, fall, and then banged that joint on Tree Rollins' ass, and Charles Oakley pointed at him in the face. Man, that's that shit, right? Mike got bodies.
No, but hey, don't forget that Manute Bol baseline dunk. They got that grainy footage.
No, see, my favorite dunk of Mike is when that motherfucker went baseline, came back like he was going back out to the wing, and then went back baseline and banged on Ewan, man, bang on Pat, man, everyone, man, look at man. And
in the conference finals, right? Or was that the second round?
I don't know. I don't remember because all that shit blend together for me. But I'm gonna tell you, Pat, look, Pip and Mike got Pat on two of my favorite Jones.
Definitely.
Pip doodled on him and got a check, man.
No, that's one of the most disrespectful. Because, like, DeAndre Jordan dunking on Brandon Knight and LeBron banging, those weren't quite those weren't quite so disrespectful. Those were just like you shouldn't have jumped and you got fucked up.
Brandon Knight shouldn't have jumped. But
right.
Jason Terry got caught in rocking in the hard place. And that jump was straight filthy disrespectful.
Right, but the Pippen jump was a different level of disrespect. Man, it was like disrespecting your manhood type shit. He
doodled on him, man. He dunked on him, walked over.
So Pippen, I guess obviously Pippen got no consideration for the 80s team. Real quick before we move to the 90s and finish this, did anyone else make?
Hold on. Pip didn't become that guy until he got beat up enough by damn Detroit. 91, we won our first joint, and we wouldn't have got past Detroit without Pippen turning into Pitt. You know what I'm saying?
Did McHale get any consideration?
Not in my shit. I'm picking on.
I missed McHale, so I didn't really see. I saw the end when he was like all busted up. But the only reason I'd even say that is like, a lot of them dudes say that he was the hardest to guard in the post ever. Like
you talking about footwork, feet work. McHale got some of the best post moves of all time. They put him up there with King. You know what I'm saying?
Are you hip to him though? Like
absolutely. Come on.
Bro. No. I mean, like as far as like how close will he be to making this team? Like, will he be 12, 8?
He wouldn't be nowhere. No, he's not on nowhere. I would have to go back and look at what's going on. Let me think off the top of my head. I'm putting Barkley because he came in as a motherfucking rocket. He was baller, right? He was ready. Hakeem the Dream. That whole fucking video, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could pick this off from that Superstars video.
Mine is Chris Mullin. I wouldn't have him in those.
Oh, Mully was my man.
I love him too, but he ain't making none of my top 15 of the 80s,
No, yeah, I feel you. You know what I'm saying? But
I definitely fuck with him.
Chris Mully was in my consideration for the 90s for sure. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Well, definitely. Him and Timmy Hardaway was in consideration. But let's get on to the 90s.
Go ahead. You want to start or you want me to?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and put Penny at the point. I'm just being stupid. I ain't saying that I picked it like that. Positionless always, but Penny, dog, coming out of Memphis State. He was the next Magic, but way more bunnies.
Yeah.
Like Penny was gonna be like that, man. I love the shoe game. But Penny at the point, I got Pip, Rodman, Shaq, and that two guard from North Carolina, 6'6", Michael Jordan.
So when you said I picked the 70s team, you said you commented on my affinity for white players. That was just
And I
You know,
love white boys too.
you know how it worked out. But I'm just curious. I guarantee you think I got some white boys on my '90s team, huh? You think there might be a John Stockton appearance, maybe?
You know, better not be no Jazz motherfucker. If it do, John Stockton is the truth. I can't deny that. Don't put fucking Hornacek on this team, though.
Oh hell no. Nah. or Tom Chambers, even though Tom Chambers did catch a nasty dunk one time.
Man, Tom Chambers got one of the. That's disrespectful too. Who'd he dunk on?
I totally forgot.
Fucking Mark Jackson, man. That was Mark Jackson. He took the elevator up and then stepped on like Mark Jackson's face with his knee and got higher.
So speaking of Sonics that can jump high, my team, I got Sean Kemp, Akeem Olajuwon, Pippen, Jordan, and Jason Kidd.
You ain't gonna hear me argue shit. Absolutely nothing. I can't even argue with that because Kemp was my motherfucking dog. Gary Payton was my dog too. They was on the list. But I got Mike Pippen and Rodman. You know why? And because they was the truth. And then Shaq. And then Penny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Motherfucking Penny.
Yours is tough though. Who you got? Who's your top five now though? Who's your top five now? You thought about that?
In the NBA? I mean, off the top of my head, I mean, obviously in the NBA. It'd be hard for me to pick between Embiid and Joker because I love the ball movement with
both of them.
With
Put both of them in.
There's no way they could play together.
No, but your top
five.
Oh,
you said top five. Okay, top five. Embiid, Jokic, LBJ if he come back right.
He out 4 to 6 weeks again.
Yeah. I think I probably should have Luka, but that don't quite feel right to me yet. Still got Harden and then KD.
I can live with that because you got KD, I got KD. Joker was in my consideration, but I got KD. I got Murray Stakes, Jamal Murray, because I like Jamal Murray a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's my man.
Great lately.
He's a dog, yeah. He's a straight dog. I'm telling you. People don't realize how good he's gonna be. He's only like 23 years old.
And so, watch how things open up for him with Aaron Gordon's rim running.
Man, oh my goodness, all them acquisitions, man, different moves that happened the last, man, go back and restudy all them moves, man. But that's a good look for them. You know what I'm saying? But I got KD, Jamal Murray Stakes, Kyrie, because Kyrie is the greatest handle in NBA history. Ja Morant, because I think he Bubba Chuck Jr., you know, little AI. And I put Luka in there because I think Luka could be a top 10 player of all time, man, with his skill set. And I thought he was going to be a bust. I thought he was too slow and not athletic enough for this league, man. He the most crafty and man. He tough, man.
Yeah, definitely. I fucks with Luka ever since that FIBA jump. Shit.
Yeah. No, that. I can't even get mad. I think we'll blow you out in the 70s, but them 80s and 90s would be some barn burners.
Shit.
And we get Billy Raftery to comment, and he commented.
Shit, the 70, but the 70s game, no shit. Since you brought the race aspect into it, we might got some white refs to give us some extra calls.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, act like that shit didn't used to happen. Hey. So, some of them, like you telling me Bill Walton, every one of them championships in the 70s, some of them white dudes ain't get extra fouls that their black counterparts didn't.
Hey man, them Bill Walton healthy years, he was in the consideration for that 70s team, man. So
yeah.
And that what was that Portland Philly series? That's all time, man. Henry Bibby playing in that joint. Look, Henry Bibby recruited Dwayne Shackelford. Ain't that crazy? You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Shoot, who else was in that joint? I think Dunleavy.
Maurice Lucas.
Dunleavy, man, rest in peace, Maurice Lucas. That's how Luke Walton got his name.
There was a white, I don't know his name, but there was a white small forward on Portland that everybody was all psyched about. They did such a good job guarding Dr. J. I forgot his name though. The most famous basketball book ever, the most well regarded, is a shit called Breaks of the Game, and it's about that this writer David Halberstam, who's a big political writer. He died in a car accident, R.I.P. He embedded himself with Portland in the late 70s, and it's universally considered the best basketball book ever. It's called Breaks of the Game by David Halberstam.
Man, that series, man, used to come on, man. Hardwood Classics, man.
Neil, I think his name's Neil Walk. But he did such a good job on Dr. J in that series that he actually got like 2 finals MVP votes, which is like unheard of because he was like the 8th man on the depth chart or some shit.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent, a lot of big time names out there.
Daryl Dawkins was on that Sixers team.
Daryl Dawkins, Mo Cheeks. It was loaded with a lot of names on that jump. A lot of names.
Most definitely. Well, shit. I don't know how much time you got. If you need to get out here, that's cool. Or if not, I'd like to get your thoughts on the Bulls real quick, or we can do another John about that another time.
No, we can go real quick because I think we good.
All right, well, real quick, bro. I've been listening to Trade Deadline podcasts and watching shit all day. Some people don't like what the Bulls did. Some people think that Vucevic and Levine will be good on offense, but the defense ain't good enough. But I'm looking at the other moves they made in addition to that, and like other than the Nets, I don't see a team in the East that can shoot that good.
No, we look. I've been saying get rid of Wendell Carter. You know, Dookies don't work out for us, but I've been saying he got some. I've been saying he got some trade value. Been not liking Otto Porter. You know what I'm saying? So that's 2 players I don't mind losing. At the same time, Vucevic 16-10 whole career, you know, but I like
and he keep the offense moving. I like that shit gonna work out so well for y'all.
The Daniel Theis pickup from the Celtics. Young man, that's the best one on paper. I'd say because he hit the 3, he tough, he run the floor, he played D, he rebound, he's a good teammate. We looking good, man. And I ain't saying we gonna make no noise this year, but I like what we did, man, because we ain't got to pay Wendell Carter never, you know.
Well, let's say they caught the Nets in the second round, and some of that contract tracing bullshit happens. I mean, anything's possible.
I hope that shit don't happen.
I mean, I pray to God it don't either. But I feel that the Chicago Bulls, at least if things super broke their way, could make the finals. I'm not picking it or anything, but it's possible. Like if they get a favorable draw, a team gets hit with an injury or a COVID situation. And like I said, other than Brooklyn, they got to have the best offense in the NBA now if it gels.
We'll see. We'll see how it look when LeBron come back, how that West going to pan out, because that West dangerous, you know what I'm saying? The East could win it this year, surprise somebody, you know, but if anybody, I'm picking the Celtics or the Nets to be in the but you got to pay attention to the Heat, like I told you the other day.
Agree.
Oladipo is in the water. You know what I'm saying? Another dude from here. So I always got to respect what Pat Riley got down there. Spoelstra can really coach, you know what I'm saying? And they got that. They already tasted that championship bubbly a little bit. They want another taste, man. They want a shot, a double or something.
You know, I'm down here in Tampa, right? And the closest team is Orlando. So that's the shit that's on local TV. So unfortunately, I've been watching that shit because they're boring as fuck the whole time I've been here.
They horrible.
But man, I'm telling you, them DHOs that's fitting to happen between Vucevic and Zach LaVine. What the fuck are you gonna do on defense?
No, Laurie marketing, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. That's why you don't get rid of your top dog, man. Draft picks and panic, right? Man, let them off.
Marketing been balling the last month.
He's still young, dog. That's what I'm saying, man.
I'm glad they didn't give up on him.
Baby,
I was hoping they would. I would love for the Wizards to trade for him.
I told you, Dirk Nowitzki that lives in an apartment, man. That middle class Dirk Nowitzki, he a little better. He gonna be better than a poor man's Dirk, and we gonna boogie, man. Man, we pose the NBA better when we better. So
I agree.
You seen when Dirk Rose was setting shit on fire when man, that shit. Come on, man. Bulls is that stable, man. Come on, man. A lot of people I know still like the Bulls. I love the Bulls, you know what I'm saying? But just off that coming up, how we watch man, WGN still come on to show Bulls games, man. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
But let me, man,
Got,
you know, I got get this little homie, man, get G up over the what it takes training, man, in a minute on the south side, man.
no doubt. Shit. Shout out Lil G. This been the throwback episode, S.D.E. Anything else you want to say, brother?
Nah, man, we're gonna catch back on the flip, man. Good little quick joint.
All right, that's a bet, man. You have a good day. And like I said, tell G I said what's up.
Oh, you know it.
All right, man. You take it light.
I'm out.
Peace.
Sports, drugs, entertainment.
Welcome to Sports, Drugs, and Entertainment, starring G from the Shop and Mark Walter Ward. Please subscribe to us on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts from.
The Superfacts Network, home of Jump Pop, S.D.E, and the Superfacts Show, now available on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts from. Come check out St. Laz, G from the Shop, and Mark Walter Ward.
No, you ain't hit.
What's up, Superfacts? What's up, Mr. Mark? Have a great show.
Man, thank you, brother. Appreciate it. How you doing? You have a great life and education. Yeah.
Roll out, close the door, bro.